Welcome to the Serpentine Creative Channel. I'm your host, Stella Williams, and you're watching AuthorTalk. Hey guys! So today on AuthorTalk, I'm gonna just jump right in with my discussion of my experience with NaNoWriMo so far, and more specifically with being a plotter. So if you're not familiar with my channel and you haven't heard me talk extensively about how much I love being a pantser, just FYI, I'm usually like a pantser completely. I just get an idea and I just run with it. I don't do any sort of plotting or outline or anything like that. But this year for NaNoWriMo, I decided to take the leap and try to come up with some sort of outline for my story. Specifically because the story I'm working on is a continuation of my current series, Secret of Ceres, and there's a lot of threads that could easily trip anyone up regardless of having an outline. So I figured it would be a good idea for me to just go ahead and get an outline going for this particular project. And I've had like 3 different outlines at this point. Like I tried having just like a loose outline where I was, you know, just going with like, oh, you know, introduction, inciting incident, you know, resolution, conflict, all that super basic 3-part act structure of things. And I felt like, oh, you know, this is good because it'll keep me on track as far as, you know, making sure I hit those key points, but it's loose enough to where it would work better with my outline, with my pantser style. So I tried that, and yeah, it didn't work for me. It just didn't. I don't know. It's not even been a full week since NaNoWriMo started. Last year at this point, I already hit 10,000 words, pushing 15, 20,000 words. And this year I am like stuck at 2,000 words because I was like, you know, I'm just not going to think about the details. I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to like, the only thing I had really concrete in my head, other than where those plot points should occur in the story, was my opening scene. That's all I had, and therefore that was all I've written is that opening scene. So obviously that didn't work for me, and I went back to the drawing board, and I spoke about in my last video how I had an outline on my wall that was the, you know, 3-act structure with breaking down where the inciting incident and all of that stuff was going to be. That is no longer on my wall. Partially because, one, it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, so I'm like in the process of restructuring all of that, and 2, because I forgot the fact that I am a toddler mom and they saw me putting things on the wall and decided they wanted to try and add stickers and all kinds of things, and so I ended up just taking it down to not have to deal with them trying to color and do things on my wall that I didn't want them to do. Because I usually have my office locked, but that doesn't, when I'm not in here, but that doesn't mean that they're not ever in here. So yeah, to just avoid shenanigans, the whole wall situation is completely done for right now. If I do redo it, I'm going to put it up higher on the wall, where they can't reach to pull things off or add or color on my notes or anything like that. It's bad enough that they forever get into my notebooks. So but yeah, so with that being said, I did end up going back in and, you know, creating more of an outline, just a quick flash because I don't want you guys to get any secrets. But I went back and I did more like a detailed prep work this week. Also, because unfortunately my carpal tunnel has flared up again, so writing the way I used to with my binge writing is really uncomfortable for me right now. So that's really cutting into my NaNoWriMo excitement, you know, because when it's literally painful to write, that's not a good thing. But yeah, so I've just been trying to stay productive in other ways and really fleshing out the story, because even if I don't get my word count goal, I feel like doing that prep work of, you know, getting really into detail about who my characters are, what their motivations are, will benefit me in the long run. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. Like I said, I'm just under 3,000 words, you know, 5 days in. Well, actually more than 5 days in, 6 days into NaNoWriMo, and I only have like 3,000 words. So I'm hoping, you know, giving myself a couple of days to, you know, rest my hand up and, you know, just take a crack at it again come the weekend, when my husband is home and he can handle the children, and so I'm not like constantly back and forth. And again, you know, it's all about just finding the time to write when you can. So if you are like me and you're kind of stuck already and you're not feeling good about where you are word count wise, think of NaNoWriMo as more just like a challenge of your writing skills. So as long as you're working on your write craft throughout the month of November, regardless of if you reach the 50,000 or surpass it, it's a learning experience and it's well worth the effort and just setting the time aside to build your craft. So I had tried to plan a virtual write-in for this week. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Is it with the whole arm situation right now? But I will definitely keep you guys updated if I do end up doing a virtual write-in, and it'll be either a 30-minute write-in or an hour-long write-in. If you have any preference of which, please leave a comment down below stating said preference. And that's what I've got for you guys today. Peace, love, and happy writing. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day.